Chapter 1. This is getting exciting. Your healthy mind, body and soul. To discover unlimited confidence, you have to reach inside of your mind, body and soul like you never have before. This takes a conscious effort or massive action, as Anthony Robbins most aptly calls it. Anthony Robbins, who is probably regarded as the greatest motivational speaker on the planet, says that you need to take massive action in his book Unlimited Power, published by Simon Schuster in 1989. I highly recommend that book. You have to read that book if you've not read it. If you've not read that book, then please read it. In the last decade or so, I have read several hundred self-help books and regard Unlimited Power as the best of them all. He is also a pretty impressive speaker. I've listened to him for many an hour and been fortunate to see him in person many times. You see, this is a recommendation. Go see him and let me know what you thought. Anthony Robbins is exactly right. There is no point in procrastinating on doing something. You have to actually do it. You have to look inside of yourself and ask yourself who you are as a human being and what you are capable of, then do it. Once you discover who you are, you can then discover what you want and then start doing it. It really is as simple as that and not rocket science. Just decide to do something and then take massive action. Oh, and as Brian Tracy says, say, I like myself to yourself as many times as you want and say it every day. I like myself, I like myself, I like myself. Please say it now. I like myself, I like myself, I like myself. Feels great, doesn't it? During this book, this home study course, should I say, I've decided to split the journey to ultimate confidence into 9 manageable steps. It's like 2 Stephen Covey books in one and a bonus chapter. Only joking. Stephen is a fantastic writer and mentor to so many people. I'll highly recommend the 7 Habits of Successful People and the 8th habit. Whilst you go through each step and go through each exercise, take notes, reread anything you do not understand, and visualize the positive outcomes of each step so that you are also taking a step forward and are therefore one step closer to unlimited confidence. Each step will take you that little bit closer to smashing the fear of mental illness by 100%. So it vanishes beneath you. See this book, home study course, as an examination of yourself. You will be able to pass, but you will have to challenge yourself to progress. Then I recommend redoing the whole course and exercises 5 times within 12 months of first starting it, to memorize and implement the strategies so that they have a lasting and permanent impact on you. This course is an opportunity for you to test yourself and give yourself 100% success, as you are the examiner of your life. Nobody else is responsible for how you feel. Just you. That is reality. See this examination as a confirmation that you and anyone can choose to be a success and even rid yourself of your ego in the process so that you can lead a fulfilled life and have a more positive impact on the world. I'll repeat. You are the examiner in your life. You have to get rid of your blame list, as Jim Rohn says, and take action when you feel an inkling, or you'll be a victim of the law of diminishing intent, and you don't want to mess up. Jim Rohn, The Art of Exceptional Living. If you've not read that yet, you're really missing out, trust me. Ultimately, no matter where you seek inspiration, the responsibility of living your life boils down to you and nobody else. This is not just another self-help home study course. Even if it were, I do not think that would necessarily be a bad thing. I like self-help material. They fill your head with positive things, and day-to-day people can easily be bombarded with more negative than positive thoughts. So self-help can reprogram positivity My first 2 books documented how I lived a life of manic depression and cured myself. If you feel this is dubious, please break your pattern, open your mind, change your belief system, do whatever it takes to accept this as a fact, and then read on. I have been in the depths of despair and welcomed positivity and enlightenment into my life, and made the permanent switch into having a happy mind, body and soul. Therefore, I feel that I am qualified to write a new type of self-help home study course and publish a new type of self-help genre of autobiographical home study courses from people who suffer mental illness. I have changed my life, and I'm not just using some kind of theoretical system like many other self-help materials. My personal suffering has been revealed in my earlier books, and the weaknesses of many self-help writers is a mystery. Reading this, and listening to this, and absorbing this, listening to this, is a unique opportunity for you to totally enhance your life and reach new standards in every aspect of your life so you can be totally empowered. You will be able to be a novus homo, as they say in Latin, a new man, as the amazing Roman orator Cicero was in 63 BC, when he became a member of the equestrian order through his achievements instead of through birth. Nobody had done that previously in the history of Rome, so it really mattered at the time, and it was really an outstanding achievement. If you find it hard to identify with the life of someone over 2,000 years ago in another city, then think of rap. Think of Eminem's lyrics in the film 8 Mile. The director of 8 Mile said that writing the lyrics for the film made Eminem go deeper inside himself than at any other time in his life. As Eminem says in the most famous track he wrote for the movie, if you had one chance, one opportunity in life, would you capture it or let it slip? This is what I'm saying to you now. Capture it. In 8 Mile, Eminem wins a rapping contest, but instead of celebrating who goes back to work so he can save up money for his studio time, the implication in Eminem's lyrics, I believe, are that you should capture an opportunity even if you only have it once. This is exactly what Eminem does in the film, and exactly why he won the contest and went back to work to save up for his studio time, so Rabbit would become a famous rapper, just like Eminem is. Would you capture it or let it slip? I remember being inspired when watching 8 Mile, and was fortunate that when an opportunity came along for me to make a rap album, I managed to capture it and not let it slip. So I decided to launch a rap album, and I did. Although it was a very steep learning curve over a short period of time and a lot of hard work, it was really much easier than I thought. The album is called A Can of Madness, the same name of my book and autobiography on living with manic depression, published in 2002 by Chipmunkapublishing, the company which I own. I had one chance to do a rap album and took it. It all started when a volunteer in a Chipmunk office called Arma was reading the rap I wrote in A Can of Madness and said that she liked it and that she had a friend whose boyfriend was a rapper. I've always loved hip-hop ever since I heard NWA Straight Outta Compton at the age of 12. I see hip-hop as a potential force for good, to bring cultures together and stop racism globally. I liked writing lyrics, but never really thought of doing an album or performing. Soon enough I met Arma's friend and the rapper. His name was Ryan, and at 17 years of age at the time he had his own label, Rascal Records. I was amazed how good the rappers were on his label, especially as most of them were teenagers and they wanted to help people. It's really nice that teenagers wanted to help people, and they wanted to help people with mental illness. So within 6 weeks I had paid for and organised rap events for them to perform live for the very first time. At the first event, one of my friends, whose rap name was then Howling, came along. He was a multi-talented 23-year-old at the time and introduced me to his friend Avarice, who made his beats. Avarice is a brilliant producer, lyricist and rapper himself, and went out of his way to help. We held several sessions after work in my office, and Avarice had given me a crash course in rapping in time to the beats to the lyrics that I had written a few years earlier. This consisted of several evening sessions after work in Chipmunka's main offices in central London. Then we spent one day round his house, as he has his own studio, and within 4 months of meeting him I had launched my rap album. Just like Eminem, you can do anything, like making a rap album, if you wanted to. It's just a little example of how if you have a good feeling for something, that you should just go for it and reap the rewards, whether they are emotional, financial, psychological or spiritual. In return, I wanted to help Avarice, so I kept in touch and I helped him promote his crew, Renegade Artistry. Check them out at rarecords.net. They really are some of the most talented rappers in British hip-hop. Your moment of decision. As Anthony Robbins tells us, it is in the moment of our decision when our lives change, or we have a paradigm shift, as Stephen Covey calls it. Anyone who hears and connects with Eminem in the film 8 Mile could think of something in their lives that they have been hesitant about and would choose to go for it. If you read this book with this positive mentality and decisiveness, then you will achieve unlimited confidence. So, congratulations to you, dear readers, for taking the quantum leap. Yes, visualize it right now. Feel good. That's not good enough. Feel great. Feel fantastic. That's more like it. Into a happier state of consciousness. Okay? Then let's proceed. We get what we focus on in life. In order to have a healthy mind, body and soul, you need to treat these conditions as achievable qualities. Everyone has them, so if you don't feel it, stop moping around and just zap yourself with some amazing, fantastic, energizing sense of feeling. Great for yourself, other people and the world as a whole. If someone tells you that they have manic depression and a chemical imbalance in the brain, they do not know what they are talking about. You can alter your chemistry by getting more oxygen and jogging in the morning. No psychiatrist has ever proven that there is something wrong with your brain, so snap out of it. Snap out of believing those negative thoughts. Life is worth living. Take it from me. I know I've been so low. I was suicidal for months at a time, and I chose life. If Forrest Gump can achieve the impossible, then so can you, my dear friend. And if you can, so can anyone. So let's deconstruct having a healthy mind, body and soul into 3 parts. First, let's break them down into 3 separate parts. Then I will show you how they are all connected. Having a healthy mind is as achievable as you want it to be. Having a healthy mind. Having a healthy mind is as achievable as you want it to be. Let's set some targets. Say out loud. Say out loud. My goal is to have a healthy mind, body and soul 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the rest of my life. Feel good? Well, good isn't good enough. Feel very good? Feel outstanding. Woo! Great. Say it again, first in your mind, then out loud. Now try doing something fun with your body, like smiling. When you're doing this, or even be more adventurous and try a flying kick. Something to give you more oxygen and change your physiology so you are in a peak state. Repeat this 3 times. Woo! 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 Feeling great? Now continue. Those of you who have been to an Anthony Robbins seminar will know exactly what I am talking about. Don't worry if you haven't. Ever seen Paul McKenna? Now you have reprogrammed your mind, as Paul McKenna would say, to make this feeling of feeling great a reality. The more intensely you practice this incantation and awaken, the more real it will become. Why not commit to chanting to your first step to unlimited confidence 3 times a day for the next year? After that, it will be automatic. Now you have programmed your mind to choose a healthy mind. You can mark yourself and give yourself 1% towards unlimited confidence. Congratulations, you only have 99% to go. This will be as easy as you wish it to be, and you will remember the decisions you have made in this book forever, because you are consciously choosing to do so. Now celebrate as if your favourite football team has just scored. Woo! Or for all you ladies reading this, as if you have just bought a beautiful outfit that you feel stunning in, and the man or woman of your dreams walks straight up to you or your partner and asks you out. Or something else that will give you the same amazing feeling. Having just met your loved one for the first time, an end to world poverty, every religion becoming friends, something totally awesome and loving, so you will never forget this beautiful moment. Do whatever it takes to make this crucial moment in your personal development last forever, and then multiply the love and intensity 1,000,000 times. Close your eyes and have some beautiful intensity and love that will improve your life and the lives of those you love, and even those that you haven't met forever. Feel the love and relax in a state of being. Congratulations, you're now fully on your way to achieving 100% unlimited confidence. What's remarkable too is that this is a gift so that you can pass on both consciously and unconsciously. You can pass this on so you can help other people and the world as one. Eckhart Tolle writes about this beautifully in The Power of Now. He is an amazing person. It's another great book. Check it out, seriously. For the first 29 years of his life, he was severely mentally ill. Then a profound spiritual transformation virtually dissolved his old identity and radically changed the course of his life. He did not know who he was, but spent 3 years on a spiritual high and lived for 2 years on a park bench in a state of ecstasy. The transition that transformed his life happened in a split second. Eckhart Tolle writes in his introduction in The Power of Now that he lived in a state of almost continuous anxiety interspersed with periods of suicidal depression. One night he woke up with absolute dread that was so intense, more intense than he had ever experienced. He had a deep loathing for everything in the world. His misery was compounded as he loathed himself more than anything else. During a time when he was going through the deepest psychological pain that he had ever experienced, he broke through into a high state of consciousness. Tolle writes, "I cannot live with myself any longer. This was the thought that kept repeating itself in my mind. Then suddenly I became aware of a particular thought. It was, am I one or two? If I cannot live with myself, there must be two of me. The I and the self that I cannot live with. Maybe, I thought, only one of them is real." Profound words there. This massive action, paradigm shift, step into unlimited confidence, step into being, personal transformation, superconscious activity, as Brian Tracy calls it, or whatever you want to call it, shows that anything is possible for a human being. Tolle is a living example that anyone's life, no matter how desperate, can improve. The same is true of any kind of mental illness, including manic depression. I know this because I achieved the transition myself. When I was 17, I was diagnosed with manic depression. From the ages 17 to 25, I spent over 1 year of my life in 5 different psychiatric hospitals. By the age of 29, I made a 75% recovery, but was still part of the medical system. In September 2005, I made a life-changing decision after meeting Robbins, whose work I'd been following. I had already used his techniques, but going into his events and using his techniques for inspiration in life accelerated my recovery and made me choose to take the final step to constant empowerment and unlimited confidence. I accepted that my manic depression was entirely self-manifested and that I would come off the medication that was poisoning my mind and to come off it forever. I also managed to get sponsored by the NHS to go to his events. So that was a bonus, and I felt justified in receiving this gift, as my day job as a social entrepreneur and learning his techniques would enable me to help more people anyway. Robbins and his techniques had helped, but without being a social entrepreneur, I would never have been able to make a full recovery. Both positive outcomes could be maximised to help even more people and give myself more personal growth and happiness. The first time there were 12,000 people hugging each other for 4 days. It was an uplifting experience that I will always cherish. Within 4 months of attending Robbins, I'd come off medication for good. In liaison with my psychiatrist, I must add. And had 25 people working for me full time as volunteers at my company, Chipmunkapublishing's first office in London. The accelerated utopian vision to change the way the world thinks about mental health was becoming a reality, and it facilitated the launch of the Chipmunka Foundation, registered charity number 1109537, and enabled me to help more people worldwide. Every second of every day I looked inside my inner self, looking at what was truly important to me as a human being. As my mind became free of medication, I became stronger every day and more fun to be around. Within 8 months of deciding to come off the medication, my life had totally changed. I spent 3 months coming off slowly with discussions with my psychiatrist, who could see that I had massive insight into my own behaviour, life and belief systems, and he gave me his full consent and support because he could see that I had total commitment with the intelligence, aptitude and mental strength to make a life-changing commitment forever to be well. Now my psychiatrist is an active supporter in the active goals of my social enterprise and organisation. I am also contacted often by psychiatrists and psychologists to help on their own, as well as their clients' mental health projects. How great is that? By May 2005, I was sat in a room with 200 people at the Dali Museum in London, listening to the Channel 4 TV presenter Sarah Smith talking about how I had a vision for the world which shows massive potential for helping people cure themselves of mental illness. I was a phenomenal public speaker, extremely talented consultant, social entrepreneur who written one of the most defining books of his generation, etc. A few seconds later, I was awarded the New Statesman's Young Social Entrepreneur of the Year 2005, beating celebrity chef Jamie Oliver, who has his own TV series and had convinced Tony Blair to commit to spending more money on every school dinner for pupils in schools throughout the country. All my dreams were starting to come true at a quicker pace because I had been setting the appropriate plans, but also because I had chosen to take massive action myself and actually do it. I decided that it was only me who was responsible for what happened in my life. This is true for you too. If you want a healthy mind, body, soul, or anything else in life, then ultimately it is your responsibility to do something about it. Now repeat after me. Me, myself and I choose to achieve 100% unlimited confidence, and I choose to do so now. Feel it, visualize it, imagine it, celebrate it, do it. Happy? Feeling great? Play your favourite song. Shout it out. Do it with a friend. Meditate, play football or do martial arts while you are saying this to get more oxygen in your body. Do whatever it takes to make it have a stronger and more lasting impact on your newfound content and happy mind. Do this with your friend, partner, imaginary friend, remote control, or any other inanimate object next to this that you're listening to. Do it now, enjoy it and celebrate as if you just won your favourite Olympic event and then donated your gold medal to charity for world peace and say it 5 times so it stays with you. Me, myself, and I choose to achieve 100% unlimited confidence, and I choose to do so now. Me, myself, and I choose to achieve 100% unlimited confidence, and I choose to do so now. Me, myself, and I choose to achieve 100% unlimited confidence, and I choose to do so now. Me, myself, and I choose to achieve 100% unlimited confidence, and I choose to do so now. Me, myself, and I choose to achieve 100% unlimited confidence, and I choose to do so now. Say that you will do it 5 times for the next 5 days, and it will stay with you. Then every 5 days it becomes 5 times more intense and 5 times the fun. Who would not want that great feeling to continue? Congratulations, you can now give yourself 2% in your journey to 100% unlimited confidence. Just like anyone else who is a peak performer, I constantly draw inspiration from people who have the greatest minds in history to challenge me every day in my own mind and life so that I can help the people that Chipmunkapublishing is designed to help. Some of my favourite inspirational figures in this world are Mohandas Gandhi, 1869 to 1948, known as Mahatma, great soul. Gandhi was the leader of the Indian nationalist movement against British rule and is widely considered the father of his country. His doctrine of non-violent protest to achieve political and social progress has been hugely influential. Gandhi stuck to what he believed in. He had the peace of mind to continue non-violent and peaceful demonstrations despite being constantly pushed to the edge where most people have cracked under pressure and changed strategies, even beginning to use violence. Gandhi stuck to his principles, made a bigger impact than using force would have done, and went down his history as a force for social greatness. Number 2. Mother Teresa taught at St. Mary's High School in Calcutta. But the suffering and poverty she glimpsed outside the convent walls made such a deep impression on her that she received permission from her superiors to leave the convent school and devote herself to working among the poorest of the poor in the slums of Calcutta. Although she had no funds, she depended on divine providence and started an open-air school for slum children. Soon she was joined by voluntary helpers, and financial support was also forthcoming. This made it possible for her to extend the scope of her work. Mother Teresa received permission from the Holy See to start her own order, the Missionaries of Charity, whose primary task was to love and care for those persons nobody was prepared to look after. She became an international religious family by decree of Pope Paul VI. Her society. The Society of Missionaries has spread all over the world, including the former Soviet Union and Eastern European countries. They provide effective help to the poorest of the poor in a number of countries in Asia, Africa, and Latin America, and they undertake relief work in the wake of natural catastrophes such as floods, epidemics, famine, and for refugees. The order also has houses in North America, Europe, and Australia, where they take care of the shut-ins, alcoholics, homeless, and AIDS sufferers. Mother Teresa is also someone whose mind I admire. She dedicated her life to helping other people less fortunate than herself. She goes down as number 2 in my list of most inspirational minds today. Number 3. I am also greatly inspired, as many people are, by the mind of Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela is one of the world's most revered statesmen who led the struggle to replace the apartheid regime of South Africa with a multiracial democracy. Despite many years in jail, he emerged to become the country's first black president and to play a leading role in the drive for peace in other spheres of conflict. He won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993. Bob Geldof was right to call him the president of the world. Nelson Mandela gave his life to stop the suffering and discrimination felt by his people. He reaches my top 10 minds today. My top 10 minds may change on a daily basis, as yours can, as there are thousands of people that inspire us. There's thousands of people that inspire me to push myself further and enable me to lead a more fulfilled, meaningful and loving life. Number 4. John Lennon. John Lennon also had an amazing mind. John Lennon's mind was so creative and he has given joy to millions of people. He created his own music and the Beatles are the most successful band in history. I like the way John Lennon went through stages and experimented with his mind. From songs such as Imagine to All You Need Is Love, his boyish humour and his peace demonstrations, his mind and his actions are truly inspirational to me. Number 5. Like many other people, I have respect for Albert Einstein. Einstein changed the way we all think by his theory of relativity. I was never very good at science at school, but like many other people, I am inspired by Einstein's positive impact on the world. Einstein contributed more than any other scientist to the modern vision of physical reality. His special and general theories of relativity are still regarded as the most satisfactory model of the large-scale universe that we have. Pelé was a genius. It's number 6. Pelé was a genius on a football pitch. Pelé was the greatest footballer of all time in many people's books. Scoring over 1,000 goals in his career, he stormed onto the scene in a 1958 World Cup and was just as impressive in the 1970 tournament. He had a quick mind for football. He applied his mind to a higher standard than others and was an amazing player to watch. By 1970, people thought that he was past it, but he led Brazil to winning the World Cup that year and was inspirational in the tournament. I am a huge sports fan, and watching the greats like Pelé is one of the reasons why I still enjoy playing football. I could easily come up with a list of 10 sportsmen who inspire me on a daily basis. 7. I have always loved playing chess. Garry Kasparov makes my top 10 minds of people of all time for today, as he is probably the greatest chess player of all time. I know how demanding chess is mentally and physically, as I played to a high competitive standard from the age of 7. Kasparov has won world titles and dominated the game for well over a decade. Kasparov is also an amazing person as he speaks articulately on human rights issues. Number 8. Marcus Tullius Cicero. The famous Roman orator was a statesman, humanitarian and lawyer who was born 106 BC and died in 43 BC. Cicero is one of my heroes of history. He rose from plebeian to statesman class, which was unprecedented, and chose not to become a dictator in 60 BC when asked to join the first triumvirate, as he was not corrupted by political power. His philosophical work on old age is also the most sensible and helpful philosophical essay that I have ever read. It actually makes you look forward to old age. Check it out. It's in his selected works, published by Penguin. Number 9. Other minds that inspire me include William Shakespeare. Shakespeare wrote many amazing plays and beautiful sonnets which are still staged and known to people all over the world of all ages. Nearly 400 years after his death, his plays and poems have moved more people than any playwright in history. And his plays move people through every single emotion: joy, fear, sorrow, pain, pleasure, humour, despair and enlightenment. Shakespeare's work touches every single facet of human emotion and has stood the test of time. Number 10. I also have a great deal of respect for Thomas Szasz, who has challenged psychiatry since the 1960s. Sass's writing has pioneered much service user thinking about psychiatry today and shown that the drug companies' grip on the world of mental health patients worldwide need not last forever and can convince people to think in different ways. I constantly use people throughout history to inspire me, so I have a mindset that keeps me on my toes and raises my standards every second of every day. You can do the same. Write down the 10 greatest minds that inspire you. Think of people who have changed the world or people who have had a profound impact on history, politics, sport, art and literature. Even if it is your friends or family that inspire you, most write their names down and then give reasons why. So please do write down your top 10 minds now. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to write down your top 10 minds, okay? I'll be back in 2 minutes. Write down your top 10 minds. Okay, that was a bit less than 2 minutes. Now, with this home study course, it is absolutely crucial that you do these exercises. Make up your mind to be one of the people that completes every exercise in this home study course. This is so important. That's the only time that I'm going to have a break. The rest of the time I expect you to pause, hit pause and then do the exercises and then come back, okay? I'm trusting that you're going to do this. You're going to get more out of it. You'll take some in, but you have to do the exercises, okay? Promise me. Excellent. So your top 10 minds, you might have just done 4 or 5 at the moment, so you can stop me now and finish them, okay? Have you done your top 10 minds? If not, stop the tape. Okay, let's proceed. So you finish your list now, that's great. You have now achieved 3% of your unlimited confidence. 1, 2, 3% of your unlimited confidence. Write a line or two for each explaining how they inspire you to increase your score to 4%. Stop the tape now. Okay, you done it? If not, stop the tape, seriously. Okay, excellent. Now you have finished your list of people that inspire you and the reasons how they inspire you. Please read each person's name and the reasons out loud with passion in the same way you read out your incantation. Stop the tape. I'm back. Congratulations, you have now achieved 5%. 5% unlimited confidence. Feeling good? Okay. Feeling great? That's better. I deliberately made the first few steps the most difficult. Now, achieving your unlimited confidence score should become easier as you go through the exercises. NLP. The mind, as you can see, is an extremely powerful tool, and so is the body. People who study neurolinguistic programming, thanks to Richard Bandler and John Grinder, God bless them, realise how much now how important the way we use our bodies is. 55% of how we communicate is through our physiology, only 7% is from the words we use, and 38% is from sound and tonality of the way we do things. Imagine you walk around standing upright, walking confidently and with an expression of calmness and friendliness. You will be able to send a positive vibe or give positive chi when you come into contact with people. If you maintain this positivity, you can even go further and deliberately be nice to people. This will have a positive impact on their day and yours. This is much better than walking and dragging your feet, kicking, cussing, being cynical and placing your problems on other people, etc. Better stop there. I do not want to break your pattern and make you sad. Let's keep it up and positive, happy. Move on. Just a word of warning for you. Don't be overly nice to people on an ongoing basis, as this is not being honest with people. Better to be positive than negative though, as this is really important in your journey to unlimited confidence. Think about following. Think about the following. If you see someone walking down the road looking angry, cursing and swearing, this will put your body in a different state. Your physiology will drop and somehow turn negative. Your heart rate may increase. You may remember something that annoys you and your mood will drop as well. You may even cross the road. You may change the way you breathe or stop breathing. This could make you nervous, stressed, anxious, give you a panic attack, even give you a conversion syndrome disorder if you've repeated this behaviour over a number of years. See how the previous mindset triggered and caused this negativity. It was self-manifested. You could do the exact opposite. Think about it. If you've already mastered your mind, you have the 10 greatest minds in history inspiring you, and you know you can visualize more amazing people inspiring you in any walk of life, at any moment to help you get to achieve whatever you want in life. You can move forward at any moment when using your mind. You can do the same with your body too. Walk down the road. Smile. Look at someone else and feel happy and smile. Your positive chi will pass on to the next person and soon you will walk confidently. Your physiology will be strong. You will enjoy every second. Look forward to what you are going to do and be happy in that present moment and have a great day. This is something you choose and something that you decided to do. I am now older than I have ever been. My body is in better shape than it has ever been. I have more energy than I have ever had and only require 6 hours sleep a day because this is the way I've trained my body. You can do the same too. I believe I'm lucky to have a healthy body and look after it by eating healthy, exercising daily and not smoking. I believe that the healthier my body, the healthier and happier I am as a human being. I know the positive impacts of a healthy lifestyle and playing football and or exercising most days releases positive endorphins in my body that make me physically and therefore psychologically happier than I would have been without exercising. I still admire people in history who have the healthiest bodies of all time and step into their shoes to give me a psychological buzz every opportunity. I have consciously and unconsciously chosen to improve the condition of my body, which I know helps my related state, emotional well-being and happiness.